waiting on the you've gone line message. Will it be sent in a bottle? Probably not. Something interesting to note today. I think I'm going to start popping in with a did you know uh, fact type deal. You know what I mean? Like an interesting little blip. So here it is. Um, did you know that road runners, the real life little road runners, they eat rattlesnakes? It's like their jam. They literally just taunt them until they're tired and then catch them when they're slowing down and then will just bash bash them off the ground repeatedly and swallow them whole. It's real shit. You should look it up. Anyway, here we are, back with some Vessel of Hatred. But I think I might, because we ended last time, I just unlocked the Paragon board for the second time and gotten to max level, which is now 60 instead of 80. Um, and I think we're gonna do some nightmare dungeons. I don't know if that's what we're just gonna be doing. I don't know if that's gonna what I'm gonna do when I open the game. You might see. I got this snowball out, and a buddy of mine was like, "Hey," and when I say buddy of mine, I mean, of course, Wreck-It Rogue, cause who else, you know? He was like, "Hey, sometimes your audio sucks," and I was like, "All right, I'll see what I can do about that." So, uh, we're gonna load up the game. I'm gonna tell a very quick story. My laptop completely took a shit and died, and I was really worried that I was gonna lose everything. And I took it to a local PC repair place, and the guy fucking saved it all. So, laptop's back up and going. I had to literally reset up every single thing, but he did recommend, because I got slightly scammed for this laptop purchase. Full details if anybody's wanting to know them. And, yeah. Let's just say my hard drives in my gaming laptop are not rated for gaming at all. They're barely rated for anything. They're like the lowest rated possible hard drives in existence. I guess they have like different color tiers that they are, and I can't remember which one he said gaming is supposed to be, but my hard drives, both of them in this laptop, are green, and that means they are the lowest of low. So when the description said, "Yeah, this is brand new, but it's been opened up so we could upgrade RAM and hard drive," they did not. They actually put worse hard drives in. And so of my two terabyte hard drives that came in this thing, only one of them works. And won't even work for what I'm doing. So we're using the Elgato, and we've got the Xbox and all that other stuff. And Jerry is in here. Jerry, I have started to um, upload these to YouTube. So I don't have walk-on songs because I don't know all of the songs that I put, all the walk-on songs and like my alerts and everything like that, they contain music, and they're 10 to 12-second little blips of music, and I don't know. So I'm gonna actually record and like play some stuff just with my things and then upload that to YouTube and see if it like hits or not. And if it doesn't, then I'm gonna throw the walk-on songs back. Don't stop me. Like, how are you, brother? Doing good today? I just got your text message a few minutes ago. Set up all this stuff last night and was like, okay. I'll go live when I get up in the morning, and that's what I'm doing. So I got up and I took the dog out and I came in here and set everything up and saw your text message and haven't responded because I'm a terrible, terrible friend. I'm all right. This day of I have this weird work schedule. So I work first shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I work third shift Monday. So I like get off work at 4 p.m. on Sunday, and then I go back to work 8 p.m. on Monday and work until 6 p.m., which is when I normally go into work. So the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday are like this weird flex time for me. I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna be as hard on me as it is, but it is. So like I woke up when Hobo was getting up to go to work today, and I like laid here and I'm like trying to go back to sleep, which I must have because she takes Loki to a babysitter on Mondays and Tuesdays because of my schedule. And so yeah, like I woke up again and to the boys in the living room just hanging out until the bus showed up. And I've been kind of up ever since to try to go back to sleep for a long time and I just was laid here. But like kind of I've really been up since like 6 something this morning and I'll have to go to work at 8 o'clock tonight. And it's not very fun. So anyway, that's enough complaining out of me. I don't really remember what we were doing. Oh yeah, we got here. So with this DLC expansion, oh, we got Helltide going on throughout the whole thing too. That's neat. Why am I up here? My nose itched. Um oh, because there was a thing. I was thinking about this is where the DLC takes place. This is the area added for Vessel of Hatred. And it's nice. It's like I like the look and aesthetic of it. I was talking about that last time I was live going through this. We do have one more mercenary to go get. So I'm debating on between a couple things. I've got a lot of like built up uh I know how to play this game. I got a lot of like built up side missions that I could just run around and take care of. At this point, they're going to get me more Paragon points. Um, Still have to beat the Echo of Hatred, which is dumb. I'm not a fan of this fight. It seems glitched out, and one of our friends, Solaris Kai, was actually saying that um, he really, really struggled with it as well. Um, for a long time. He finally got it beat, but I still have yet to do that. Uh, Not really sure what some of these other purple quests are, but this is where we are for Vessel of Hatred. We're on Act 7, I suppose. Um, and then of course there's the Nightmare Dungeons, which I'm pretty sure I still have. Hmm.
No other people I'd rather break bread with.
Well, thanks, Faranya. That really means a lot coming from a cannibal. Oh, here they are. The dungeon keys. So, I feel like these things used to be together, your elixirs and your nightmare dungeon things. So let's do that. If you sort your bag, it's gonna put them in order from like the highest level, whatever, down to the lowest. Why is it not telling me what level they are? Okay. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about any longer. This is fun. Yeah, it is kind of rough. I'm not the biggest fan of it. And when we were looking at going to these 4 10-hour days, so it's nice because there's only three of us there for one, and none of us are ever there at the same time. Like there is no overlap, no anything. So having 3 days off a week is great, but my first of my 3 days is like split in half by a 10-hour work shift, and it's it's not fun. And it's also not what was discussed. So all of the mapping out and everything they did on how all of our days and schedules would be, um, that's and I was like, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. That's okay. They didn't do that. And when it got um pushed through and we got our 4 10-hour days, uh my days changed. The other two people's days did not. They got the schedule that they wanted to have. So, yeah, there's that. Um but anyway, these nightmare dungeons, they used to be leveled. I'm not sure why these aren't saying something along that line, or if they just now don't. Also, I don't know what this is. The Infernal Horde's Compass. Pass through the gates of hell to face the Infernal Hordes. Infernal Hordes and Burning Hells. 4 revives allowed. Wave cap is 10. Oh, must be in Torment difficulty to do that. They also added the Penitent difficulty. It's like the in between hard and Torment, I guess, which is what we are playing on. So, fuck it. You do this, and it turns that dungeon into a nightmare dungeon, and you go boom. Okay? And then you go to the map, and it's like right here it is. It'll be this little symbol, and you can just travel to it. So if you have a lot of these nightmare dungeon things, you can just teleport to all of them, which I think is nice. Otherwise, it'd be a lot of fucking running. But do do do, poison all these fucking assholes. So how are you, Jerry? How's life and things? I am coming up on my year at work, literally in like 16 days. I'll have been there a year. And I'm not really sure what all changes from that point out because now, like, new hires are getting a week's vacation in the door and all this stuff. And I don't have a week's vacation, so I don't know if I'm gonna get one. I'm pretty sure I probably will, but I don't know when. A lot of things are changing. It's a contract year. It's all very weird. I'm not a huge union fan, but it seems to be even more complicated with this company because it's so widespread. There's actually multiple unions across all of the different areas. So it's an interesting situation. Life is all over the place, but it's a new week. It is a new week. It's the start of a new week. And that's nice. I constantly fucking forget. Like yesterday, like I'll try to do stuff Sunday after I get off work because I'm like, okay, in my mind, it's my Friday, right? Then nothing will be open. I'm like, it's like, uh, and then of course Wednesday and Thursday come around, and I don't want to do anything because I just had a whole shift change and got to get back into the habit of first shift again in those 2 days, and it's just all weird. I have still been doing a lot of writing. Um, I'm really excited about what I've got and where it's at. Um, I think I have like the first third of this story written. Um, and it's like 70 some pages, so I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped all around. I think the story is going well. I'm looking forward to expanding upon it. I'm still like extraordinarily nervous because, you know, I've never done this before. But I also have like a side writing project that I'm starting to work on um as well. So, and I think that kicked off pretty well. Hobo got these books um for like rating books. It's a little book, and it's like a bunch of different like pages, and they're all book review things. So, you know, I know we all got a lot going on, but if we can do like a once a month situation, I would not be mad about it. Just finding something we all wanna read, you know. Did go back through because once I finished the Angel of Indian Lake, oh shit. Once I finished the Angel of Indian Lake, I was like, man, this is so fucking good. And I went back through and uh, for the audio books, I was listening to them while I was walking at work all day, and I listened to the entire trilogy, back to back to back, and those stories are so phenomenal and so well done. Like I just went listening to the entire saga together just made it even better. The way he was able to pull things from one book to the next and all that, it was very well done. Uh-oh, I missed something here. Well, buddy, I just like your content so much. Would love to stick with you for long term, buddy. Kindly add me on Discord. Well, I'm gonna say Rich. DL Richard Rich. Uh, I'll have to get my Discord installed back on here, but yeah. I mean, if you wanna hang out and chit chat, I'm always down. It's really the only reason I go live is to talk with people. Um, so this books to be read at this point is massive. I know. I that's that video I tagged you in the other day, where it's like we're getting one book. All right, but if I see you with more than two books, All right, if you have more than 3 books when we're in the car, like I could not stop laughing, and I just thought about it. I just thought about you the entire time the video was playing. I really recommend it. Uh, I was kind of surprised. Um, I definitely don't want to give anything away, but this book went to places that, holy crap, dude. Like Stephen Graham Jones does not necessarily hold back, I feel like, when he's telling a story, and this one had moments where I was like, "Oh my God, like there's no way that's what's happening." It was very shocking. I will tell you that. There were parts of this book of Angel of Indian Lake that were extremely shocking. Nightbane. I don't think I've heard of those. I've kind of been on a Stephen King kick. Um, I I reread the book Eyes of the Dragon. I read that when I was in like the 5th or 6th grade. It's as old as I am, so it's been around a while. Um, but it is actually what inspired that other writing project I was talking about. It's actually what inspired it because the entire book is narrated. And I really wanted to kind of do my own thing with that. See what I could do with, a narrator kind of dragging the reader through, instead of having like a character walking through. And so I thought that was cool because I think that gave me a little bit of liberty because I talked to the audience a little bit in this new writing project that I'm doing, and I think that that's fun. Um, that little bit of breaking the fourth wall type deal. I like it a lot. I'm pretty excited. Ooh, that's a big skeleton. That is a big dead skeleton. So essentially, all these nightmare dungeons really are is just obviously a dungeon full of bad guys, and you go in and you smash them, and sometimes they'll have like uh, some different modifiers and stuff. Like there's one where this giant crystal thing would just follow you around. And I'm like, okay. And if it gets close to you, it like sends out a channel burst of energy to damage you. It's like you literally just kind of have to outrun this thing the whole time. Verania hit rank 4. So we are going to decide. We did the cleave ability. Um, and then we chose to make the cleave makes enemies vulnerable, which is definitely helping. What was this one? Enters Bloodthirst, gaining 30% attack speed and 200% movement speed, and is unstoppable. So she can just like blare through stuff. As opposed to, yeah, this is the spin to win move. So we went with the pretty much Barbarian Rage. While Verania has Bloodthirst, enemies around her deal 10% reduced damage. Verania's Bloodthirst further increases your attack speed by 5%. Well, I like that. And being a druid and being a little bit on the slow side, we're going to go with that. These mercenaries are interesting. Looks like Subo's about to level up as well, but he'll probably level with this event.
My soul.
They've been feeding on my soul. Take it back.
Get back from them.
Well, I didn't bring ADHOCx with me, buddy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We're smashing shit. Also, we are still rocking all of our legacy gear. Well, all but the boots. I did swap out the boots. Just thank you. Yep, that leveled up Subo. Are still rocking all but the boots. All of my gear is legacy gear. I guess without this, I'm not really sure what's going on with the Lochran's talisman. When I got that or whatever. But we are building up a lot of stuff in our inventory too. But that's not important. I really do not like that I have to go through and redo all this fucking gear again. It's getting annoying at this point. Because this will be the third time I've had to spend literally millions of gold and resources to equip my bear. Because they keep changing how the gear works. Do do do. Oh no, I saw it coming. I literally just hit heal. Damn it. It's always that blast afterwards that gets me. Every single time. Well, now I gotta repair my no longer worthwhile in the game gear. Oh, holy cow, Game Gear. People probably don't really remember that. It was Sega's Game Boy, pretty much. I think it actually came out before the Game Boy. That thing was massive. You had to have like 6 AA batteries in it for it to work, and it didn't last for very long, but I played the hell out of it. I had this game called Chuck Rock. You were a caveman, and that's about what I remember of it. I think it was called Chuck Rock. I had that, and I had Sonic. It was okay. It was backlit. I remember that. Because I could play it when I was supposed to be sleeping. You know. You know how that goes. Do 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 do. Feel like, oh, oh my goodness, I forgot I was gonna start this stream off with something else entirely. Oh my goodness, they just keep coming. There are a few free items in the store right now, and some stuff that is reduced cost if you don't care too much about microtransactions. So I think it's not technically a microtransaction if it doesn't cost you anything, right? Good lord. Oh, I didn't realize I had triggered an event. Okay, that makes way more sense. I was like, why is this happening? I'll take it. That was nice. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't carry any more stuff. I bet you can. I know that I really shouldn't be picking up everything, but at the same time, like, fuck it, you know? Why not? Break it all down for materials mostly. I don't ever really sell anything. But you can, and you probably should, considering the cost of masterworking your gear and all that. Like, having Subo on my spammable attack is definitely a much better way to go than I had him on my Petrify. Sorry, I had Rahir on my Petrify ability. And that's my longest cooldown, so it worked out, but I think it was a waste of the mercenary. If you can put them on your spammable and their attack, you know, procs every 11 seconds, then fucking why not? I will say that I don't think that the mercenaries have really changed the game much at all. I was worried about that, you know, pretty much having a quote unquote partner to run around with the whole time. I didn't want it to make the game just super straightforward and easy, even as you went up in difficulties. Um, but they seem to be thought out enough that, you know, with them only getting 4 skill points, you're not really super leveling anything or anything like that. They are definitely beneficial. It's like it's a way for you know, Guar to have access to some vulnerability, making enemies vulnerable. So that's nice. With Rania, anyway. Where'd you go? Oh, you're just there on the ground. Hey, what's up? Alright, completion rewards. Why? So I'll have to figure this out now again. So this is our new one, the shiny one here. This doesn't say anything about what level dungeon either. So that must be a thing that's gone, I guess. Um, but it used to be when you completed these, a little like pedestal or a little altar would pop up, and you would get glyph experience for this. So now I have to figure out how to level up glyphs again. What is this? That's a treasure bag. Okay. You can drop that. Like these things. Ah, I don't want to go through any of this fucking gear, to be honest. It is not packed full. Alright, let's use this and see what happens. Oh my goodness. Alright. I don't know what a scattered prism is. So let's get rid of the lowest power gold items. We're gonna pick up these. They kind of look unique, don't they? What is this? Oh, that is a lot better than what I'm currently wielding. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Got some new boots, maybe. Alright. We're gonna do what we were doing before, and we're just gonna mark all these to be saved. So I'm still not 100% sold on upgrading any of my gear at this point. Um, Jumping up to penitent difficulty with all of my legacy gear has been fine so far, so I don't really feel any kind of rush to swap it out. Um, there's been a couple moments in this DLC campaign that have been like maybe, but let's see. Had to go talk to the secretary. Are you at work right now? Okay. I don't think there's a blacksmith anywhere around here. So we're gonna travel down to the dead. Break down all this shit. You are. Well, thank you for hanging out with me while you're at work. I appreciate that.
You don't talk very
Wait, you're not
fast,
supposed to be like
Captain.
grading papers or anything right now, are you?
I don't have very much to say.
Neither do I, and I talk all the time.
Oh, well, at least these two are chit-chatting now. That's been the weirdest part about all this with the mercenaries is you go and get them, and like this guy is like, yeah, I created the mercenary guild, the Pale Hand, and I'm like, all right, cool. And he's like, go get this person. So we went and got this person, right? And then she's like, the only person that I could ever answer to is Rahir. And your guy's just like, I have no idea who that is. And no conversation is fucking had whatsoever between any of these people at all. And it's the weirdest thing. It is the weirdest thing. It's like this is a mercenary guild. They know each other. And then they don't have thoughts about one another. You can literally just hire and or enlist them. They don't want to talk to you. It's all very strange setup. I think that it's poorly done. They're fine, but you gotta like I don't know. I'll stop complaining. Let's break down all this junk and let's repair my random death. No, I'm just setting up the agenda for our advisory board meeting. That sounds not fun. I hate agendas. I'm that person that as soon as I like have something planned, if something is like set in stone to do, then my whole day is just waiting on that to take place. So I could be up at, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning. And if it's not until 6 o'clock at night, then I don't do anything that entire day. And it's very annoying. I don't like it, but it's like, well, I can't start anything because what if it runs over? And now all of a sudden I missed the thing that I have to do today. You know, it's frustrating. So I really thought that that was going to, yeah, I'm gonna have to look up how to level up your glyphs now. So if it's not the nightmare dungeons, then it's probably this fucking pit thing now, or whatever this other thing I have in my inventory is. They're probably just like, yeah, you can run nightmare dungeons if you want. They don't do shit for you. Here's this new thing. I'd almost be willing to bet that that's what this is now. Which I don't think I can even do. If I go up to Torment, then my gear is for sure going to be trash. I have a feeling. Let's go to Kiev Shot. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see what we can do about jumping up to Torment. I don't know if I can or not. Um, and I'm probably gonna just be immediately destroyed. Conquer Pit of the Artificer, tier 20 at level 60. Alright, so that's what that is. But where is it? This is the Pit of the Artificer thing. What is this? Search for the wood? No. I have no clue where to go or what to do. A stronghold up here. Apparently I have not beaten. Oh, I almost did it again. Alright. Shop. Here we are. This is what I was gonna start the stream with. You got all these stuff up here. It's recommended. It's a bunch of horses. It's probably different for you. Um, Fortunate Finds, 40% off some of this stuff. But they also have these, which I'm actually pretty pumped about. I did not get them when I was looking at them because I wanted to show you guys. So this is an armor set for a horse. Very cool. Very spidery. We're gonna claim that.
It calls to you.
I'm very glad to hear that. I know you had a lot of kind of uh I guess I'll say trepidation of taking this step. So I'm really glad that it's something that is benefiting you as much as it is. I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna continue shopping. And now the horse that apparently goes with that.
Stirs you, yes?
This thing looks creepy as fuck, right? Look at that thing. Very fucking cool looking.
It calls to you.
If that thing is calling to me, I've made some terrible decisions in life.
A powerful calling. It calls to you.
I don't know why, if all of these things are one bundle, I don't know why they're like, hey, here's these 4 separate items. Like, just allow me to select the bundle, you know? It's all
That's what
free, so
conscience.
I do like this item, this treasure. That's pretty cool looking. I dig it.
It calls to you.
So those are free items in the shop. As you can see, there's just over a day left to pick them up if you would like. So we're gonna return the game since we got all those. I have to figure out how to do a pit of the artificer thing. If I would like to, Infernal Hordes doesn't really. Lochran sacrificed himself to open the path to the demon's source. I will continue to repel the infernal hordes, buying precious time for sanctuary. I now possess the infernal horde's compass. I will activate it when the time comes to confront the agents of hatred again. So do I have a man, this game could be a little bit more clear about some things every once in a while. Because the only one I have in my inventory is this one that's like, hey, you have to be on torment difficulty to use it. So I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually, I guess. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna hop back to Karast, and we are gonna go get this last mercenary and see what he's all about. Or we're gonna stand there looking like a buffoon. Travel. I know how this game works. I do. Really. Good lord. Sometimes I just don't know about that zombie guy.
Ready for a massacre.
I don't know, Verania. You're a very violent person. Did you know that? All these people want to chit chat, but I'm not going to. What's this? Oh, it's a different select difficulty statue. Nice. Very fucking cool. Akarat the Lion. Got some side quests and stuff we can pick up if we want. Not really finding it necessary to do so currently.
Voice master. Has the time truly come for our order to return to Necropolis?
It's a necromancer, bro. The Pit of Anguish. Select.
My master, Ezra Khan. He was once gatekeeper to the city of Necropolis, and now whispers from beyond the veil. The time has come for Rathma's faithful to return to the holy city. I've learned from locals that the lightless tunnels surrounding the city's Stygian gates swarm with the spawn of hatred. They thrive in the shadows after Malthiel's reapers butchered the necromancers. My master appointed a task to me. I, Kairos, shall open the city's gates once more and take his place as gatekeeper.
Man, I hope you do.
When the way to the gate will be cleared, but when it is, I ask that you join me there. I believe Rathma brought us together for a purpose.
Can you guys hear the game? I've been really messing with the audio, and I thought I was getting to a good spot with the last one, but then with my laptop dying, I kind of had to just reset up everything in a moment's notice today. I don't have a town portal. I portaled here. Oh my goodness, you guys y'all need stuff all the time. Yeah, now we're talking. Let's go. Ooh. It's getting dark. Do 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 do. Weird ongoings on in the game currently. You see me kind of just like float and levitate across? That was weird. Not really sure what was going on with that. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Was that Red Fang just? Oh yeah. Okay, so are Red Fangs supposed to be like kobolds or something? It kind of looked like it. Oh. First I was afraid. I was petrified. Get out of it. I'll take whatever that is. Thank you very much. Yeah, there's like the Red Fangs are little kobolds or something. That's adorable. Wrecking everything. And apparently taking the long way around to all this stuff. The jungle is definitely fucking dangerous. I mean, kind of like a non-stop battle. Um, which I'm all about it. I think that it kind of gives you that survival aspect.
Let's
Like,
see what
look,
you got.
there's a lot of shit in the jungle. Can you an endurance test, you know? What the fuck? Which I think this is also kind of like a testament to my build. I'm glad that you know the gear grind is obviously a big part of Diablo and finding the new stuff and you know constantly tweaking and making your character just a little bit more powerful um, as you go, which is great. But I do it took me a long time to get to where to get Gwar to where he is now. And so I'm glad that my gear is still holding up. My build is still holding up to all this new shit. Um, because it was rough at first, for sure. Ooh, that was close. Let's go. All right, here we are. All right, mercenary person. Where you at? You can't be too fucking far. It's probably the smallest of the three areas that I've. Oh,
That must be the tunnel's entrance.
there we go. Did that say covert passage?
No! Stay back!
Bro. Is one of these mercenaries a fucking demon thing? Because that's my companion forever. Alright. Come here, buddy. It's okay.
What is this?
Ragged toy. Alright. Well, now I'm kind of mad that I didn't come find this guy first. Come here, little demon bro. Where you at? Gonna pick up all this garbage while we punch stuff in the face. Fresh kill with signs of struggle, apparently. Okay. Ooh, we got flowers. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I do think that these mercenaries gain experience pretty damn quickly. Yes. No, come here. Hey. It's gonna be a wild goose chase for this guy. Like, you end up killing 6,000 enemies just to catch up to him, and he's like, thanks. I'll be at the den. Nobody said anything about a bat.
This must be it.
Wow, this must be it. What are we talking about? A child's drawing. Oh, good lord. How many bats can there really be in an entire jungle, you know? Detailed first-hand account of encountering the Khazra and the clandestinely exploring their dark citadel. Okay. Child's drawing of two people holding hands. The bigger figure is scratched out. Okay. There's some weird sounds coming from under the manor. Here lies Neskosa, mother, wife, friend. More bats, that's fine. Take care of that. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna try to find all the things. Doesn't really look like there's anything. Oh my. So we have that and the book and the gravestone over there. Abandoned ruin. I bet it's not abandoned. I bet there's things in there. You know, that seems to be the case most of the time. What the fuck?
I don't want to hurt you.
Bro. Yeah, good luck with that. Dark Citadel contraband. Bags full of artifacts smuggled from the Dark Citadel. There doesn't seem to be much of a plan for this haphazard horde.
Don't
Okay.
touch that.
Rotting stew. Someone threw anything that looked edible into a pot. Probably tastes even worse than it smells.
You can't have any.
Partially burned letter.
No! I warned you.
Man. It's okay, bucko. Oh, they're soul burners now. They're not succubi anymore. They're soul burners. Look at all these potions. I can't interact with this other stuff anymore. Damn it. I thought this thing over here was glowing.
My son, don't blame yourself. I know you can't control your powers. Never doubt that I love you, and will always love you. My only regret is I taught you shame and fear. I should have never hidden you away from the world. They should see what a beautiful, brave soul you are. Please, don't repeat my mistakes. All my love. Da.
So, it's Elsa,
Lee! Get out
right?
before there's any pieces of you left.
What have you done with the boy?
He's dead. I tore him apart.
Where did you get that?
You're a child. Is this yours?
It was a gift from Father. Please.
Where is he? I can't leave a child alone. Please, come with me.
You saw what happened? And I get scared. The monsters appear.
I know a place where you wouldn't need to be scared. There are good people, but you must give them the chance to show you.
So,
And you? You'll be there too?
Of course I will.
Where should I go?
There's a man named Raher, a good man. He leads a group of mercenaries called the Pale Hand. Find him. He'll have a place for you.
All right. I'll meet you there.
let's fucking go, man. So, was I here to, like, find... I knew I could interact with this. Was I here to, like, find the dad? And then... I don't know. Broken furnishings shoved together, covered with a tattered sheet. Water drips through the tears in the fabric. It looks cold. Well, let's go back to the den, since, we can just fast travel to it whenever the fuck we want from wherever we are.
I worry about. Welcome back. As it's closing you, it's damn hard to rid yourself of it.
If you had seen what I've seen, lost what I lost, you wouldn't wonder at my vices.
Actually, don't wonder at your vices at all, Subo.
My name's Ulkin, and I can watch after myself.
Of course you can. But you don't have to do that alone anymore. Every member of the Pale Hand watches out for each other and contributes to the guild. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now find a space for yourself. I'll make sure Olkin finds his way here.
But I'm gonna bet that if I talk to Raher, I guess, that he's not gonna have anything else to say on the matter. Nailed it. It's annoying. Like, I feel like there's a potentially very interesting story here. And like I said, did I go to find the father and the child was there. Like, this is obviously the father's child, but like, there's not a lot of like lead up story. When you first come here, there's just a few items laying around that have like a note or something to say about them, and then some purple circles end up on the map, and it's like, yeah, just go here and figure it out. But there's no additional story to any of it. When you go find these people, it's like, oh yeah, help me out with this thing I'm working on right this very second. Like, okay. And then they'll just say dumb shit like that. Like, if you knew about my past, you wouldn't uh ask about my vices or whatever the hell it is Subo said. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about your past, man. Oh, just hire you? That's the only thing I can do. That's honestly so far the most annoying part of this addition to the game. So yeah, we're gonna hire Subo.
I'm ready.
Blasphemous fate. Outkin occasionally loses control of his curse, transforming into a ferocious demon for 22 seconds. This grants Outkin powerful new abilities, but the unleashed evil curses you for its duration. You and nearby enemies become vulnerable. Damn. Curse of Flames, your direct damage burns enemies for 263 damage over 3 seconds, but you lose 10% of your maximum resource per second. Ugh. How can you better be cool as shit, dude. Uh, so that's his base, and then we gotta pick what path we're gonna go down here. So Haunt Alkin emits 3 ghostly souls at a time, each haunting their victims and dealing 790 shadow damage over 10 seconds. If a target dies while being haunted, its soul jumps to another target. That's kind of cool. Some like Scourge Warlock shit from Neverwinter. Alkin's mercenary core skill alters his fate and basic attack. Fate is Forsaken, basic attack is Shadow Strike, which shoots a burst of darkness at an enemy, dealing 263 shadow damage. Or a flame and fire shot. Channels a cone of flame for Nope. We're absolutely gonna go with this haunted shit. And so you have their skills tree. And as you build rapport with them, so as they gain experience, um, their first 4 are skill points. So you only ever have 4 points to spend while building them, and you can, of course, refund and rebuild them as you want till you figure out what it is that you want. And then it looks like they start giving you some gifts of some kind as you get them all the way ranked up, which apparently goes up to 10. You get 2 gifts at 10. Okay. 2 gifts at 9. 2 gifts at 8. 2 at 7. 2 at 6. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to stick with Aldkin here and get him ranked up. These reinforcements, since he's leveled up. So right now I have it set that he throws Molotov, and now he's got more options since he's ranked up to rank 3. You throw a wire trap, cover fire, trip mines, not triple mines. Or also triple 3 explosive traps that each arm after 1 second. When an enemy moves within range of one, it explodes for massive physical damage and knocks down enemies for 1.5 seconds. Well, I do like knockdown. That's one of my favorite things. Subo fires 4 explosive charges that stick to enemies. Each explodes after 7 seconds, dealing moderate physical damage. Detonate early if their target dies or takes overpower damage. That could work out because Gwar deals overpower damage. Oh, shit. So, with this, you select the ability that you would like them to use. You apply that. It tells you that it's on a cooldown of 22 seconds. So that's applied, and that's the ability he has here now. And then you pick your ability that you want their ability to proc off of. And so like I was saying earlier, I originally had it on Petrify, but that's my longest cooldown, and that seems like a waste, to be honest. So I'm no master at this game by any stretch of the imagination, but honestly, my recommendation would be either your basic skill or your core skill, because you're going to be using those the most often. And so they're going to be using it very frequent. Whatever that ability is that you chose, they're going to use it very frequently. If you're using an ability that you're using frequently. So I'm just going to leave it on Maul and go from there. We went from an 11-second cooldown ability to a 22-second. But I think that there's some interesting implications that could happen with this. Even, detonating after 7 seconds, 4 charges. It doesn't really say the damage that causes, but if they take any kind of overpower damage while they're affected, which most of my attacks are area of effect, or hitting multiple enemies at once, so pretty much just going to be a cascading detonation. The duration of Grizzly Rage, okay, that's fine, but we're not using that. We'll break this shit down. Okay. Yeah. So, fuck it. Let's continue on with this. So we saw Norel at towards the end there, the last stream, which can be found on YouTube, and
Akarat insisted we find Abulan, and that's what I intend to do.
we saw Akarat.
Who? Aaron speaks with the great Akarat? How novel.
I'm being serious, Ormus.
I need to find Abalan. If there's any chance he can help Nerel, I must try.
And who are you, stranger, to ask after Abulan?
A friend. My friend. I vouch for him, without hesitation.
Thanks, Iru.
Abulam will not be easy to find. He has a mural in the Undercity, but it's in the old tongue. You will need an interpreter.
Bro, can you close your legs like a little bit?
If Eri believes Abulan needs to be found, so be it.
Thank you. Let's go before she changes her mind. Meet me outside.
They they seemed like really like no, and then as soon as he's like, yeah, I recommend this dude, everyone's just like, all right, I got it. How weird. Why do you speak your own name aloud?
Stranger, watch your tongue.
Calm yourself, Iso. Ormus isn't some fledgling to be cupped in your hands. You speak to Ormus, stranger, but not Ormus alone. Sometimes he shares his voice with others. At this moment, you also speak to Adaja, the first breather. She greets you.
Okay, we're just gonna walk on. No, Maka's got something to say. How do you know Iru?
How does anyone know Eru? He insinuates himself into your life, and lives are usually better for it.
Okay. I feel like there's a lot of
Looking a little pale?
shit to
What's
unpack in
wrong?
that room. Who is Maka to you?
She's a friend of sorts. A bit rude, a bit rash. We've butted heads over the years. You can trust her, though.
Thank you for vouching for me, but more heart palpitations.
But what? What's wrong?
There is something you need to know. I was once fed the blood of a demon, Lilith. That blood forged a bond from me to her. I killed her, but she's still a part of me. I know it. You vouched for me at the council. You called me your friend. Would you take it back, knowing what I carry with me?
Ages ago, when I was a child, a spirit came to our town. Wherever the spirit went, death followed. So a spirit born, Tatha, he stands up, asks the spirit, "Why do you bring death to my town?" The spirit tells him the truth. "I'm lonely. I just want some company. Walk with me." Tata takes the spirit's hand. Spirit and spirit born leave the town together, bonded for life.
Is that you,
The
Iru?
spirit will never be lonely again, never hurt another soul. The town is saved. But Tata is bonded with death. He can never return home. Never will.
And you're Tatha.
You saved your home. This Lilith, she is dead. Just an echo in your blood. What you're feeling now is the misery of being the one who must live with her. Don't let the misery drown you. And don't fear my judgment of all things. You must remember the home you saved. Hold it close to your breast, because it's the only thing you have.
Thank you, Eru.
Don't get used to it. Go. You have a mural to find. The Undercity is through here. Go. Find Abulan's mural. Maka and I will join you shortly.
If you've cleared all the stuff and killed everything, we'll show. All right, Outkin, let's go. I'm kind of terrified that this dude's gonna make me vulnerable at the worst moments in time. Wow, like I'm vulnerable right now. But I can also fortify, so maybe that nullifies it a little bit. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, I guess. But he is for sure the only person who is like giving my character a disadvantage. The other mercenaries don't seem to do that. So that's interesting. And I like the idea of that. Bum, 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 bum. I probably have to like beat the DLC or something to unlock the pit or whatever it is that I've got to do. Semi-frustrating. It's like, we're gonna give you this quest right at the beginning, but you won't be able to do anything with it until the very end. Which is fine, I suppose. Ooh. Everything is fucking vulnerable, though. I'm liking that. Let's go back here and make sure I didn't miss anything. That's pretty cool looking. There's always some weird kind of growth that's twitching in the background. The like Mayan and Aztec woven into the architecture in this, I'm really liking a lot. They're like the death totems and all that, I think are really cool looking. I know I talk about the graphics and the visuals of this game a lot, but I think that it really stands out and makes a big difference when you have, you know, the same enemies everywhere instead of just, oh well, now they're colored purple. Having the scenes change so dramatically and be so separated from one another, I can really appreciate. They're not reusing environment, and I like that. Although now that I think about it, I think that oh shit, get out of it. I think that like the jungle would be another place to put scorpions, would it not? Are there not jungle scorpions? There is. I know that there is. I don't know why I was even saying it. But I haven't seen any scorpions in the jungle. Oh, hey, where did you come from? Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Just walking through enemies, man. Outkin is a fucking badass. Yeah, pretty pumped about this last mercenary. So I know they're probably gonna add more in the game, eventually. And so far, they don't seem to be, like I was saying earlier, they don't seem to be too game breaking. I didn't want the introduction of mercenaries to be something where you could just walk through because, you know, whatever. Ooh. I do feel like I've got to be careful though, and make sure I'm not going too fucking all out when I'm also vulnerable. What an interesting concept. I think vulnerable makes you, it's just a flat like 20% extra damage. Um, so when I start fighting elites and bosses and stuff, that's when it's gonna really shine, potentially. A lot of these bosses in this game have just massive AoEs that take up most of the room, and there's no escaping them. So if I'm vulnerable in those moments, there's a real good chance I'm going to be spending even more money at the blacksmith to repair some gear. I'm thinking about I do have the Spiritborn made for the seasonal. I really haven't been doing anything with it. The only time I really play is on Mondays, like right now when I'm live. So, um, so um, but I am considering doing a little bit of the seasonal stuff. Um, I'm finding my way with the Spiritborn. I don't think my build is quite there yet. I realize I could just go online and there's probably a shit ton of um, build ideas and concepts and everything else that people are like, this is the game breaking one. I don't. I'll find my own way. You know. But I am having fun with the Spiritborn. It's very akin to the Druid. And way back when, before When it was first announced, I can be quoted. It can be found somewhere on YouTube that I'm saying I really hope that it's not just a druid, and it kind of is, just with some different animals. And instead of you physically changing, it's animal spirits that you're summoning in the moment. But all in all, I think that, as with any class, there's some weak points and abilities and thoughts and all of these builds. And it really just comes down to spending time with them, which is one of the things I was kind of complaining about with I made the rogue, and I was getting abilities left and right because you just start leveling like kind of insanely fucking fast. Which I can see their point why, because seasons don't last that long, and but I think that with this expedited seasonal leveling, that you miss out on some stuff. You kind of start out just slamming points into everything to get going, and you don't really get to spend any time like really testing out. You're kind of just constantly forced to or on a path to upgrade. And it's not that you can't. It's I think you kind of get swept up in the constant point spending. And you start overpowering everything so damn quickly. Well, that was a good chest. Look at all that money. That almost anything you do or anything you decide to put points into is gonna work, be beneficial to you because it's seasonal and you're fucking leveling so quickly that you're never running out of power. Right out the gate, you'll be in the middle of a fight, and when you start, getting uh low health and running through potions, you're probably going to level and just bing back to full health, back to full potions and all that, and just have points to spend. So it's not bad. I like the slower progression and spending some time where you can't just unlock something new because you have extra points left over, or you've just got handed, or you hit start after 2 fights and you have 4 points to spend, and you kind of just have to pick and choose and uh kind of really make a lot of decisions. um you know when I'm right here and you've got 1 point, you're like, all right, well, which one of these do I want? And you buy wind shear and you're like, yeah, this is fine, but whatever. And you've got a few levels you have to get, and you're just kind of hanging out here. And I think that opens up uh, more willingness to flip flop between things and see what's really working best for you. And then you unlock this one, and you're like, all right, well, I went with the werewolf up here, so let's go with the werewolf down here, or however you want to go about it. You hang out in these areas for longer, and I think that you're like, okay, I can really tell that this isn't working. Versus the seasonal character where you start up and you're just like, oh, I have 10 skill points right off the bat. I'm already down here. Let's fucking throw some points in here. Then you get in a couple fights and you bring your skill tree back up and you'll have 3 or 4 more points to spend. And you just kind of throw those in and you've already unlocked this. Like a lot of these passives and stuff, the different branches off of the abilities, I spend a lot less time. I spent so long on the druid on Guar, getting him to where he's at. And by the time that I had all the different paths and nodes unlocked and could really just play with the whole build, I had already utilized a lot of the abilities and I knew kind of what I wanted and kind of what I didn't. And then it was fine tuning from there. Sometimes with a complete respec and be like, all right, well, if I just go, you know, all the wind abilities or all the lightning abilities or all the earth abilities, whatever it was, how do I like this playstyle? I feel like a lot of that is so slammed in your face so quickly in these seasonal characters that you just don't spend the time with them. And that's fine if that's what you like to play, but remove the space. Potent Showdown. Cheap views on stream. Boo. No thanks. Just wow. Just why? I'd like to pay for people to view my stream. I'm good. The people that want to be here are gonna be here. And that's the people I want to be here. Anyway, I'm done rambling. I don't think there's anything wrong with the seasonal. I think that it forces leveling on you a little too quickly for my taste. I like to experiment with my abilities and stuff like that and build something that I'm having fun playing and that is obviously adequate to play the content. This must be the mural or misspoke of. Figures kneel in worship, strange spirits dot the edges, but the centerpiece is missing. Where is Abulan? He's right here. And we're gonna place the bottom piece of the mosaic. Oh. I kind of thought that was a path further down. But here's our first boss fight with Audkin, potentially making us vulnerable.
It's in better shape than I see.
Let's see what it says.
It's literally we're just waiting outside the door for me to fucking. Audkin leveled up, so let's go ahead and spend that point real quick before we continue on. Hits of Audkin's Haunt leave a 30% chance to inflict vulnerable on enemies for 4 seconds. Audkin's Shadow damage has 5% chance to daze enemies for 2 seconds. There's already shadow damage going on. There's already vulnerable going on. I haven't really had any. I mean, like entire rooms are turning vulnerable, so having it extend for 4 more seconds is not something I'm particularly invested in. But adding days on top of that, I can dig that. All right, Maka, what's it say? Do you know where to find Abulan?
It says this time of year, Abulan will be on his fallow walk in the field of giants.
Haven't been there in years.
Not since your trials, I'd guess. Must be what? A century ago?
Maka. The field of giants isn't far. Speak to Ormus. Tell him what we found. We'll meet you on the road.
Alright, is there anything back here, or was this just a... Ah, we just throw dead bodies in there in case someone puts it back together, you know? Now, I will say that normally I am the person that goes and speaks to every single one of these people, and I probably will eventually do that. Um, but I don't want to bore you guys with all that shit. I feel like I have a tendency to just make sure I try to collect everything.
Abulan is the mender of veils. He wanders all across Nahantu, sometimes beyond.
We haven't seen him in quite some time.
He may have left us for good.
But we won't know for certain if we don't search. So we search.
I think you mean, so we send you to search.
We hope you find him. Abulan hasn't been seen for some time. We don't know what you will find in the wilds. So the council has decided to offer you some additional aid. These stones are ancient relics from the time of the first druid.
I'm a
The
druid.
runes inscribed on them will protect you from the evils of this world. Take them. Use them for good.
Really wish you guys would have gave me this shit, you know, before I got fed Lilith's flower petals. That probably would have been pretty beneficial. Runes can be can be socketed into equipment with 2 sockets to grant powerful abilities. To activate a rune word, link a rune of ritual with a rune of invocation. You may equip up to 2 pairs at a time. Gain offering with rune of ritual to fulfill runes of invocation and unleash its power on your enemies. Access runes through the socketable tables or socketable tab in your inventory. Okay. I will once again be looking all that shit later. I know I keep saying that, and I never do, but I will eventually. Like I said, I haven't really felt a huge need to change up my gear because everything I've got is doing what I need it to do. Oh, and they just gave me like a bunch of runes too. Just Juggernaut's Warlord Plate. +2 thorns, you gain 18 armor, but you're... Nope, fuck that. Just absolutely trash that immediately. I wonder if I can put these runes in my legacy items. I have my chest plate and my pants right now. Both have 2 sockets. Looks like we've got one. We already have 3 pairs. So let's, I guess, look at this. It says it takes the orange one is a rune of ritual. And that should be actually offering you the thing, and the other one, a rune of invocation. You need one of each. Wind is picking up. My house is shaking. Invoke the Spiritborn's pestilent swarms, dealing damage to enemies. Okay. So this says cast evade, cast an ultimate skill, drink a healing potion. Okay, so the yellow text on the orange or yellow whatever ritual runes is what procs the thing. Gain 200 offering. So these gain you offering, these take offering. This grants me 200, so store one primary resource. That doesn't seem like a hell of a lot. I wonder if you combine this, and you're dividing 200 by 5, if that would give you 40 primary resource. Oh my goodness. Evoke the Spiritborn. So this can actually give you another class's fucking abilities as well. If I cast an ultimate, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out some stuff. Cast evade, I do dodge a lot. I really like evade. Um, this gives you 75. Requires 100. Requires 5. All right, so there's definitely going to be some things that I have to figure out with that, and I think that number one is going to be to see if I can even slot these things in the gear I'm already using. Um, I've got a thing up here. Why is it purple up here? Jeweler. Ah, because it wants me to add sockets to something to be able to. Mythic uniques. Okay, so here's a bunch of unique stuff that you can craft, I guess. Um, which apparently requires runes and splendid sparks. Not really sure how to get the. Damn it. I don't know how I feel about this. What are some of these things saying? All right, random rune, random rune, random rune. So, is it a random rune? These all have different names. So is it like Elder Scrolls, where once you figure out what something does, then it's no longer random? Um, these look like making words, quote unquote. Yeah, those all say random. Who knows, I guess. I appear to not have any of the resource needed for any of them. So you have to have the specific rune to make it and gold cost. That's fine. I can also already see that I cannot uh I can't do anything with my legacy gear except for this, which is interesting. Well, it's gonna come down to, oh my goodness. Of course there's, oh, now I can make one. Yaks. 85% chance to grant a random rune of magic quality, 15% chance to grant a random rune of rare quality. Alright. Craft. I can make one, I guess. Except, there we go. We made it. Now, oh, yeah. Now let's look. God damn. Yaks. Nope. Still just says random and random. So it's up to us to figure out what these words mean and stuff. Teb requires 100 offering. Invoke the Necromancer's abhorrent Iron Maiden, counterattacking damage from enemies and healing you when they die. So yeah, you can literally get other classes powers and stuff. That's something for sure. But once again, it's going to come down to me biting the bullet and gear farming to start getting some stuff that I would actually want to swap out to. Uh, because the power difference is getting insane. All of my legacy gears at item power 540. Oh my goodness, my foot's falling asleep. Um, I'm not really sure how to get new uniques. I don't know how to level up glyphs anymore. There's a lot of I don't knows going on for me currently. See, we've got something up here at the alchemy. Oh yeah, it's a side quest. I already knew that. I don't know why I went up there. I was confused for a moment.
Been fighting hard?
That's really none of your business, sir. Crafted items. The unique cache. Oh my goodness. So I guess what it's gonna come down to is me just digging through the quest stuff and finding what I thought that leaf was literally just floating above that guy's head, but they're just falling off this tree, I suppose. I have a feeling that a lot of this stuff comes from this. Um, I don't think that I can, like, Tree of Whispers. Um, I think I tried to go there, and there's like a little delve, pretty much, beside the Tree of Whispers that you could go down and you could summon um, bosses and stuff and fight them, and that wasn't glowing. Um, So I'm kind of at a loss all the way around, to be honest. I don't know where to go to get most of this stuff. So we can learn together, and that's fine. We still have a long way to go, it looks like, in this DLC area. We've only unlocked, what, maybe a little less than a third of it? A little more than a fourth, a little less than a third. So, you know, all these side quests are pretty much just coming down to like zone completion, for the most part, which is fine. It's all fine. But I am getting a little frustrated with all the things moving, or maybe they're just relocked. Maybe this thing, the boss thing, still is beside the Tree of Whispers, but now it's locked until I complete the DLC. I don't know. Guess there's really only one way to find out, right? Right here. Yes. Let's go do this. We're gonna go do this. We're gonna see how absolutely devastating it is, and hopefully that'll give us some answers. Because I'm thinking that that is the thing that's replaced the uh, glyph experience for the nightmare from the nightmare dungeons. Maybe it just flat rated all my nightmare dungeon things that I had, and now I have to be at a higher tier difficulty. We're gonna fight our way through the same part of the jungle again. Obviously, those rune words are gonna help a lot. I know that they are. Um. Ooh. That guy hit me with a yo-yo. Let's find our way to the pit of despair. And maybe we'll save Wesley from his torture. Any Princess Bride fans? I love that movie. Actually, I really like that movie. I've always loved it. But when I took Spanish in high school, and no, I still cannot speak Spanish to this day, um, we had to pick a Spanish name for our class, and that's what we were referred to as in class. And I picked Inigo Montoya. And my Spanish teacher was like, well, that's not really a Spanish name. And I was like, yes, it is. He's a Spaniard. And so I never really cared for her much. That teacher. she wanted me to pick a South American Spanish name, a Mexican Spanish name, and not a Spain Spanish name. And I wasn't having it. I was like, people are from Spain or Spanish too, you know? Oh, now I'm just kind of zoning out. I don't necessarily want to fight through all of these bad guys. I'm hoping when I get down there, there's like a teleport to here spot. That'll be nice for the future. What was I seeing right there? Is that a person riding it? Jungle scorpions! I knew it. Vindication! Rest in peace, Andre Bauer. Ooh. Outkin. They almost got me there, man. I'm gonna need you to step it up. And I'm really happy to see jungle scorpions. I know it's probably a dumb thing to be thrilled about, but I mean, we were just talking about it. When I say just talking about it, I mean I was rambling about it at some point in time a while ago for here. What is this thing? Is that a bug? There's these green orbs that are kind of gittering. And I think that thing is like throwing a bug at me. An anthill? Jump. No, we're not jumping. I don't need to go over there yet. I do need to look at some of these gates, these dungeon gates in Nahantu, and see if they are all for Spiritborn aspects, or if they've got like some of the... they have to, right? They've got to have some ones for other classes stuffed in here. Let's look at this real quick. Spiritborn. 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 What is this? The training grounds. List and party finder. What the hell does that mean? Spiritborn. Spiritborn. And Spiritborn. Okay, so... kind of a dick move, I think, but that's okay. It does make sense, because you gotta catch up the Spiritborn, but that also doesn't allow you to look forward or make any changes to any of the existing classes. I think that that's weird. And if they release another DLC, and there's another new class, then that probably means that that area is going to be all dedicated to the new class. Oh, hey, buddy. It's alright, Mr. Skullburner, sir. Oh. So I beat that guy, and he detonated into catching on fire. Do I really want... That's a side quest. Fuck it. It's not talking to someone. Beyond the pale door, light is no more, devoid of sound and struggle. It is peace, it is solace beyond... Yeah, oh, it is beyond the pale door. Through turbulence... Oh my god. Though turbulence is vital for this eternal revival. Poetry of the decadent Yezvet. Yep, that was a quest. To sit and ponder that poem. Jungle's looking pretty fucked up down here. Um, like, why is it so open? Alright, so there's a stronghold down here. Let's do this. We got this. My boss is sending us home because they are doing some very loud construction on the roof, so my Monday turned out pretty great. Nice. Hell yeah.
The darkness here is suffocating.
The darkness here is suffocating. Alright. Necromancer's corpse. This corpse desperately clutches a lantern, radiating with necromantic energy. So, for Pathfinder tabletop role playing game, Pathfinder version 1, edition 1, I have a dark elf necromancer named Kaelmorn, and you may know that I had a necromancer on Diablo called Kaelmorn, uh, but he has a lantern, um, and it channels negative energy because negative energy heals undead. And I have a necromancer or Scourge Warlock, sorry, in Neverwinter named Kaelmorn, and one of his reliquary items or artifact items is a lantern, and it's the one I've built up the most. And so now here in Diablo 4, there's a necromancer clutching a lantern. Like I love it. Kilmorn's existed for fucking, I don't know, a decade now, to me. So, and I have a very, very, very badass drawing, that someone did for, I drew him up and I gave it to him and I was like, hey, because you're so much better at this than I am, will you redraw this character? And it's an absolutely mind-blowing, fucking, picture. So, but anyway, um, I like that there's a theme throughout, and it always makes me happy when that kind of stuff. I have so many uh TTRPG characters, and I just see like hints of them throughout. Like with the Spiritborn in this, I was like, that's my elven warrior Aerith, and so that's why my Spiritborn in this game is called Aerith. Um. Anyway, sorry. This corpse desperately clutches a lantern radiating with necromantic energy, forming a barrier against the hateful dark. Whatever is at the heart of the darkness here, this necromancer failed to fight it. And now let's take his lantern, since it didn't do so well for him, it's going to do well for us, right? That's how these games work. Oh. All right. Well, no, let's see if there's something down here. The sigil show allows the reliquary... What? Allows the reliquary lantern to be resummoned if lost. Okay. Can I not fight now? I can't hit any of these. Oh. Alright. Kind of being led along and through. I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's okay. Skittering darkness. Is there other shit? I don't like missing things because like a lot of times they'll like lead you along and you'll just skip over stuff. It's like I'm not the biggest fan of that. I really like exploring. Stop forcing me to do other shit. Alright, so we had to do that apparently to get through here. We can summon the thing again there. Let's go into the skittering darkness, I suppose. Got some giant centipedes there on the ground. You got it, Alkin. You're doing great, buddy. Am I suffering any kind of consequence for not having the lantern? Doesn't appear so. Just have to pick it up after the fight. So that's fine. That's okay. Oh, we're just now getting to the stronghold? Okay. Forgotten Depths.
Aliza, I pray this missive reaches you, for there will be no necromancers left to greet you when you return. It is as we suspected. The balance has been sundered by an angel's hand, and it is a dark light he casts. Dozens of our order have dropped dead, their bodies torn apart, their souls shattered, and the remnants called away. Where to? We do not know. So, we run. Who knows if distance from this place will help? We will try anyway. Seek us in these swamps.
Okay. Makes my lantern flip. Nope, give me this. Let's fucking go. So you have to do the brazier thing, I guess, to get through a wall or whatever. But other than that, it doesn't seem like you have to necessarily carry it around. So that's okay. Oh, vulnerable. It's starting to feel like there's a tornado outside, to be honest. Like some starry darkness going on. Nope, I don't want to do that. Let's follow this some more. There it goes. Okay. Is there any reason I should take this back to... Let's take it back to the other one, because there was two posts back there. So let's find the other one as well. Because that might open a different door. Does look like it's taking a different path, but who knows, you know? Can't forget killing all these guys. Gotta clear the malice. Oh, it does open a different door. Okay. What the fuck is this? Ah, hey. Oh, shit. Okay. Some game show music, you know. Oh, we're picking up runes. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a rogue ability to cause rain of arrows and just, you know, never need to actually push a button ever again. You guys think hanging out back here in the darkness is gonna save you? You're very wrong. See if there's another brazier up here. Oh, just an area to climb up. Alright. Ooh. Did you at least get your agenda all done? Jerry? Right, do we have... Oh. Oh, that's the climb down. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Climb down. So this is interesting. Seems like a hell of a lot, to be honest. Now there's other... With these, like, double lantern things everywhere. It doesn't seem like there would be a lot of point to going and getting every single one. So you climb down. But maybe you have to open the... Fuck. Maybe you have to open the path through. I don't know. There's still bad guys down there. That's fine. There's a door down there as well. And this should take us all the way to both of those things. So I cannot use my basic attack while I'm holding the lantern. I have to use like my core ability to... Vile darkness. Do I really want to go there yet? No. Let's look. 'Cause this is where it says I want to go. Man. It's kind of an interesting zone. Didn't mean to do that. I have waterfall there with nothing behind it again. Although I think during the main campaign there's a waterfall behind. Alright. Open the damn thing. Oh, okay. We're gonna go this way. Ooh, ooh. Oh. I'm not normally worried about like the loose stones and worn tablets so much, but I do like to... Sometimes areas like these have stories and stuff you can pick up, journal entries and whatnot. I do like those. Vesicator, alright. Let's fucking go, buddy. Falcon's gotta get to level 3 sometime. So the lantern isn't enough to open the door. You have to do the uh fucking thing. The guy's name was like Minosis Festerpool or something. A ridiculous name. Let's go back to here and use this one to open that other way through. Fuck was that? No, let's not do that yet. Something like fell or whatever back here. What was that? It's a jump down, but not a climb up. You're killing me, Smalls. It's gotta be another thing. What am I missing? Now I'm just backtracking. I don't particularly want to do that. That's okay. There's a lot of weird sounds I haven't heard in this game before going on as I'm walking through here. Um, and not like creature noises or anything, just almost like discovery uh, sounds. It does look like there's one up. Oh, I can't get through there. Okay. So it's making me go this way. I have some other things. Oh, fuck it. It's alright, buddy. It'll be over soon. Oh! How right I was. And how also very wrong at the same time. Fuck. Let's try that again. Oh yeah. Saying I can't hit this guy unless he's in the thing. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, we'll get this figured out. I can't see him. I'm not a huge fan. I can't hit him unless he's in the thing. Alright. Get the fuck away from it. Ugh. Ugh. Stop hitting me. Shit. Alright. Things are getting interesting. I wish I had chaotic little red blips I could shoot out and just, you know, absolutely wreck anything and everything involved. But we do have a more of an understanding of how this thing is about to go down. And we seem to still be able to do a decent amount of damage. It's just gonna be getting the fuck out of that shit. So he puts the lanterns down. Oh my god, he was stunned and I didn't even know it. So he has to be in the lantern for me to be able to do damage to him. All these little cross paths and everything else. Come on, let's go. You got it. You can do it. Alright, we're gonna have to reignite the lanterns, but we gotta run our fucking asses off the whole time to dodge all this stupid shit. Let's heal. Alright. We're gonna go and repair our shit, and then we're gonna come back and we're going to fuck this guy up. No, no, no. I hear you. And you know what? Let's do an elixir also. Let's see. Iron barbs, critical strike chance. What's this one? Overpowered damage by 15. Maximum life. That wind is serious. My entire house is shaking. There's something blowing around outside. Like I can hear like heavy plastic or whatever. Let's do critical strike chance and damage. See how that works for us. It also might be because Alkin is making us vulnerable. Just throwing that out there. I'm not blaming the kid. Get in there. There you go. You got it. Oh.
Corruption is fading.
Oh. Okay. Got pants. And more pants. And can I have these rooms? I don't want to pick all this shit up. Thank you. Spirit Born. I have 2 of those now. Folk Necromancer. Barbarian Earthquake. Rogue's Stun Grenades. Okay. Do I still need the lantern? I don't see it anywhere. Is that rune thing out here? Nope. Okay. So I guess we climb up now and... Oh, there it is. The thing to cleanse the... And then what, are people gonna populate down here now? Like, everyone's like, oh, thank you, this is what I've been waiting for. To live in this hole in the ground with all this bad shit. They did! And it's that guy. Alright. Um, okay, lots of things going on here. This guy will heal me. That's nice. An old cart being used to carry the bones of those who died here many years ago. Each skeleton is adorned with battle-tarnished armor, signifying them as necromancers who died defending their home. Make sure to add back to this. Claim that. Can't see weapons. Oh, I love it, dude. Still glowing faintly, runes carved in the honor of Tragul grant this reliquary the power to restore Necropolis's wards should they be broken once again. Very awesome. Alright, we've got a big ass door there. Looks very much like the doors in Rathma's uh, area. Outkin also did reach level 3. So what's next? Chain of Souls. Outkin chains up to 10 enemies to himself, tethering them and dealing 737 shadow damage over 3 seconds. When the chains expire, they deal 307 shadow damage and stun their victims for 2.5 seconds. This says days, right? Yeah. So we got shadow damage, days, potentially stun. Audkin desiccates an area for 6 seconds, slowing enemies within for 40% by 40% and reducing their damage dealt by 20%. I do like that. Said be vulnerable and deal 20% reduced damage and slowed. Stunning though. Let's try this. If not, we can refund it and switch over to the field of. All right. Let's learn some about this place because I'm pretty psyched about this. This is a necromancer necropolis. So do you plan to restore this place up? Okay, let's just go down the line. Who are you?
I am Mira, one of the priests of Rathma, though you may better know us as necromancers. The entrance to the once great necropolis, formerly the only true home to followers of Rathma's teachings. Though necromancers are known to be wanderers, Rathma built this haven for us. Here, priests of Rathma can study, teach, and reside, without the usual judgment of those unfamiliar with our ways.
Well, that explains why the door looks like it's right out of Rathma's dungeon area.
I heard stories of a former home to our order here, and came to find it. It seems you found it first.
I did.
Moons ago, Maltael released his minions, Reapers, to attack Sanctuary. Necropolis was included in that attack. Most of the priests of Rathma were slain, including Death Speaker Jordan. Though we do not fear death, the attack left the order without direction. Necropolis was forgotten and hallowed. Until now.
What are the Hollows doing here?
They must have been trying to claim the bodies of the great necromancers entombed beyond this gate. But relighting the warding braziers that Rathma left here prevented that. Not entirely. I have Friedrich and Cassian to keep me company. Seeing as Kairos here has already joined the effort, I believe more of our order will join us in the future.
And I shall continue in my effort to open the gates. Though the notes my master left me are cryptic at best. Regardless, if you need healing during your stay, speak with Gnosis, my retainer.
Well spoken, Kairos. This effort may take years, but someday I believe our order will have a home once again. In the meantime, avail yourself of our services as much as you need.
See, I actually really like this because one of the things through through playing the main campaign was that it very much a lot of the story the druid had a lot going on. The druids were mentioned very often. And it kind of made sense because, you know, druids are coming back to the Diablo franchise in Diablo 4. They weren't in Diablo 3. So, it was pretty cool playing through it the campaign as a druid and kind of having areas that were very specific to you. But as I was playing the other classes in the game, they didn't really have that. You know, the rogue didn't have like, oh, this is the, you know, the rogues guild area and blah blah blah. Now with the introduction of the Spiritborn, obviously there's a lot of Spiritborn stuff in the game. So now having this area as something they can come back to later that is kind of very specific to the necromancers, and if they expand this to be explorable, like to Taldora, the druid place, That's going to be very awesome. So I'm glad that even though this is a very spirit-born heavy area, this is where they're from, this is where all their history lore, all the dungeons are geared towards them. Like, and I can appreciate that. I'm glad to see that there's the potential for story expansion for the other classes as well. And I'm hoping that that's something that they carry through with. If they, another DLC comes out and they add some more shit, if they add another class or they do whatever, hopefully there's something in there that expands upon one of the other classes and so on and so forth. So.
Wanderer, I heard you were responsible for liberating the gates of Necropolis. My undying thanks to you. But all is not well. The jeweled finger of Ezra Khan, gatekeeper of Necropolis and my master, has been stolen. The finger was stored within a reliquary, concealed inside this golem, the last of Ezra Khan's servants. The finger is not only a relic, but also the key to opening the gate of Necropolis. If we cannot find the finger, what lies beyond will remain sealed away forever.
Sealed away.
Spirits remaining in the golem's husk whisper of the thief fleeing towards ruins in the west. Though that is all they know. Start your search at those ruins, my friend.
Well, I mean, I do kind of have some other stuff going on currently. Pit of Anguish. So can I get in there now? Is that the pit that we're talking about? I mean, there's a shrine up here. There's ant hills now. I like that. More scorpions. Bum, 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 bum. Find the Opale ruins. Okay. The chain things are cool. And we're getting a lot of runes dropped. So that I'm excited about. I kind of want to know, like, what I want to know with these runes is, what is the end? Like, how many rogue abilities are going to be attached to these runes that you can pull onto a different class? And it's kind of even more interesting that if I find one for Druid and it's a werewolf ability or whatever the fuck it is, that could, I think, add another little thing, and you could really explore a class build a little bit more, have access to something you don't necessarily want to put points in, but you can still now find a way to make it a viable part of your build. So that's kind of neat. I think there's definitely going to be some interesting things that can come of that. Not familiar with the Barbarian, but the Iron Maiden and shit, I kind of want to look at the other classes and see what ability or what tier of ability these runes are unlocking, because if they're all the same, then maybe that's just, how it goes. It's like, this is the whatever meh ability for this class. I know what I'm saying makes more sense in my head than what I just said out loud. But how am I gonna say this easier? So if all of the class ability runes that you can get are for tier 3 abilities or tier 2 abilities, you know what I mean? Just kind of wondering. Like, I don't think there's gonna be any runes that give you another class's ultimates, obviously. It might be kind of weird if you're like, well, I'm a necromancer, but I can turn into a gigantic fucking bear and just run around for a while. That might be kind of cool, to be honest. Ooh, Jesus. I told you, it's always that fucking shit. But when I find this door or gate or hole in the ground, we're gonna call it good there. Need to get the dog outside. Plus, I've been live for a few hours now. Oh yeah, almost 3 hours. Oh, we got stairs. You guys should have just stayed hiding in the rafters, buddy. Oh. It is a hole in the ground. The pit of anguish.
Lieutenant's upon me! Arrows, take you!
How strange.
Oh, strange. Run corpse.
Please. Please, help me. I cannot move. I cannot see.
All right.
Before the dregs cut my throat, I saw another
Aw.
prisoner swallow a jeweled finger. Even now, I can feel the finger's magic keeping me in this half-life.
All right, so this is the continuation of the necropolis thing. That's all right. Thank you everyone for popping in. I might record this next part. I want to try to do that, is do a live stream and then record something, and get that uploaded to YouTube. All this stuff will be uploaded to YouTube from here on out. But I really like the contact and the conversation, potential with having a chat for live. So anything I record or whatever like that is going to kind of just be an additional tack on to, um, so I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'll figure it out one day. I definitely need to get this uploaded and listen to the audio and everything and see if I've worked out all the bugs, and go from there. But to Jerry, Nikki Bambushka, I love you very much. Thank you for popping in and hanging out. I appreciate it greatly. And to the couple others that popped in and was like, "Hey, buy streams or buy viewers." No, no, I'm good. If people want to show up and want to chit chat and talk with me, that's really what I want to do this for. When I want to delve back into streaming for. Um, my time is down to, about this, but once a week, having an opportunity to wake up, since I can't sleep in apparently anyway. My body just won't let me, and get up, hang out, stream for a little while. If something comes up or I think of something to record after, do that, and maybe what I'll do is I'll record some Spiritborn stuff as the follow up to this. It's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Just kind of touch down on the seasonal a little bit more. I know I kind of ranted about it earlier, but yeah, I need to check the audio on this and make sure everything's good. And get that ironed out because the first few were I was getting drowned out by combat. But thank you, and if you're watching this or listening to this or just have it on as background noise, I really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.